We're at Lanyon Homestead today, which is an ACT heritage site. Behind us, the crews are reducing the risk of grass fires in this area by conducting a prescribed burn under controlled conditions to reduce the fuel loads and the severity of a fire risk impact in the community that's close by.
It's really important that when we are firefighting, we have safe refuges and areas that we know have reduced fuel loads, and we're able to use those to our advantage whilst we're firefighting.
The differences between prescribed burning and backburning is that backburning predominantly is a firefighting technique that we use to suppress a wildfire, whereas prescribed burning is done under specific conditions and a set of weather prescriptions in which we can safely control that prescribed burn.
We've got some really good strategic planners and fire behaviour analysts. They look at fuel loads, fuel moisture contents, what the predictive runs would be using some predictive modelling tools. And they do a 5 to 10 year plan as to what the risk will be over the ACT with our fuel loads. We remove those heavy fuels, both grass, surface fuels and leaf litter, to reduce the risk of fire impacting the ACT.
Some of the other reasons we undertake prescribed burning is for ecological purposes or cultural purposes too.
Ecological burning primarily is used to actually improve the landscape, whether that be soil nutrients, flora and fauna diversity, or whether it be to change the structure of the vegetation to allow other species to actually come through and re-establish in these areas, but it's also to reduce the coverage of exotic weeds too.
Agricultural burning is another type of burning that we do in conjunction with the rural landholders, the ACT. This is used to reduce the invasive weeds that may be on their properties, to help with their cropping improvements through reducing stubble. Rural landholders in the ACT play a key role in that buffer zone between the urban edge and also our nature parks. And these agricultural burns are very significant in reducing the risk, and it's a good collaboration between the ACT Rural Fire Service and those local landholders.
Cultural burning is a technique that has been used by our First Nations people for over 60,000 years, and this protects culture, plants and animals. And that knowledge has been passed down through many generations.
Typically for us, the window for prescribed burning is in our April and spring periods, but if we have got the good weather, we will continue to burn straight through to summer. There's a lot of site investigation and monitoring to make sure the fuel is right to burn. We do a lot of work with the Bureau of Meteorology, looking at the forecast, because we don't want to have any hot spots left if we're going to get some bad fire weather in the coming days. We make sure that the fuel is within prescription, the winds are doing what they're meant to be doing, particularly with smoke modelling. We don't want to put too much smoke over the community. And also the wind actually needs to be going in the right direction to allow the burn to occur safely as well.
So if the ACT community sees smoke, you can look at the ACT Emergency Services incident page on the website or through our social media channels. It'll actually give you a good explanation of what type of burn is occurring, whether it's hazard reduction, cultural, agricultural or ecological. It's a good place to go for any information on any type of incident that may be occurring as we head into the severe hazard season.